Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Something new on the Solana chart, but all going in line with my forecast. In the last few videos, we talked about here this ABC correction, and we talked about that the wave B could have already been completed here based on the kind of a retracement that Solana did. Since then, after the wave B was completed, I said we could now possibly be completing here this C wave. So we could be working across that C wave with a 1, 2, 3, possibly wave 4, and the wave 5 would be coming next. And as Solana now dropped below the 200-day moving average and followed Bitcoin, by the way, it is moving further down. We talked about that we couldn't see any sign of a bullishness in here, and that I would expect that the price is going further into my target area in the next move as it breaks then the 130 towards the $100 level. That will be the next logical level to go to, especially as we broke 130. We can now be quite certain that the $100 level will be reached. Looking at the Fibonacci's, that's the Fibonacci level, the 0.786. So we already came, no, sorry, it's a 0.618 actually. We already came to the 0.5 level at $130. The next move will be, in my view, to the $100 level. The 0.618 Fibonacci level, that is where the price will be drawn to. And then we could even assume that if the price is losing that and it's getting closer, we could even see a $55, $56 Solana, and I could theoretically even pull down the target area further, but don't think it is advisable at the moment. In the last video I already said I could already reduce my target area down here between the 0.786 and the 0.618 and 0.786 because I don't believe that the $130 level will be the low here for Solana. So I think we can expect further downside here over the next few days and weeks. I think the $100 level certainly. Still need to see how the price does react to the $100 level before the price could fall further, just to see how does the price actually react to this Fib level. That is very important. We talked about indicators as well pointing down. So we had here, for example, on the chart, the higher time frame weekly MACD. So we looked at that. It has now crossed the bearish or the 50 line on the RSI, going into the bearish range. And we looked at the weekly MACD, that's playing out further. I did have in previous videos often the question, are the long-term indicators really that relevant? And according to my experience, they are very relevant because they give you the higher level trend direction. If you see, for example, a bullish divergence on a 4-hour chart, but the overall trend direction is going down, especially here confirmed by a weekly MACD and now also a weekly RSI, I wouldn't be too confident that it's turning around unless you really see a change here on the, for example, the 2-day at least, or more better even on the 4-day. But even here the 4-day MACD is pointing further towards the downside. We talked about that, and yeah, further downside potential is there. We talked about that. We don't have a monthly chart here yet. The history is just not long enough, but I think even though on the 4-hour you see we came very close to the oversold area, so you find a little bit of support. Bitcoin did find support as well because Bitcoin was oversold, and so the crypto market is currently stopping as well. But I personally expect lower prices here going forward for Solana and generally for the crypto market. I mean, we can see generally if I go out of here, this that on CoinMarketCap, you can see a lot of cryptos just dropping and moving further towards my target areas. For Ethereum, we can expect new lows. I did talk about that. And even though there was a possibility that Ethereum did also a wave B like Bitcoin, but in the end, we're in a downtrend. We're in an overall downtrend. And I hope I could prepare you for that in the last few weeks. And that's pretty much my update on Solana. I don't want to make it too long, but I think we find a bit of support now. The next key level of support, in my view, will be here, that low of that wick, like a technical target, $115. Yeah, but after that, we're gonna see the $100. I don't think there is much that's gonna stop the price. There were no moving averages along the way, or at least no here the 50, 20, and 200 we're below them. There isn't really any anything that would really stop the price. And as soon as I see here the price turning around and see any sort of a bullish divergence or a first impulse starting on the Solana chart, I will of course let you know, because that means then we are very close to the low, and buying and then could lead to good profits. At least I will buy lower, because the Solana chart will tells us basically that after the next move up, we could at least expect here prices, in my view, certainly above $420, $450, but I would rather think that we're going to see prices of over $650, which would be close to the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level. And if you want to join as channel member, where I also share additional information, then please check out the channel membership. You can do that on YouTube, or you can do it on my website, and you can find links in the video description. There you can also see my buy and sell orders and all sorts of different content, and you would also support the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.